You mind if I use your phone real quick? Mine died.
Yeah, sure.
Works like a charm every time. Give me a call.
Oh, no.
I'll save you a seat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for our very first recap and review of the web series by Jenae Hope called Soul Ties. Boy, I just forgot the name of it, child. Episode 1, which is titled Yellow. I'm not sure exactly why it's titled Yellow, other than the yellow dandelion that was popping up out the ground. The little pretty weed that she had to pull and pluck. That's the only reason I could think the word yellow, because I didn't pick it up anywhere else. But this is the channel where we gonna get into TV and see how we connect with life. So y'all, come on, let's get on into it with me. I am going to love this show. I already like the first episode. Let me just put that out there right there. The music, the soundtrack is perfect. The music is actually a character of the show, because like after a scene happens, they have this beautiful score, like a little soulful R&B coming in that matches the scene exactly. It's an extension of the scene. Perfect character, to be in the show. Let's see. But speaking of characters, we have Jenae Hope. She's playing the main character, which is Carrie. Then we have Bryce, who starts off as her boyfriend in the beginning of the episode. Ooh, don't let me get started on Bryce already, child. Don't let me get started on Bryce. Then we have her two friends. There's Shawna. Shawna is married to Carlos. We didn't get to meet Carlos, but we get to hear about Carlos. So I have a few little opinions on him as well. She's engaged to him. We also have her friend Bridget. I'm not sure if she's married or engaged to her guy, and I forgot her guy's name. If you watch the episode, drop it in the comment section for me. But I'll have it by next episode, trust and believe. Okay, and then we have Jared. Let me tell y'all, when he came on screen, I was like, oh, he's cute. He cute, right? And then he said his name was Jared, and then I got mad because the guy that I was telling y'all about in my intro, the one who took me 10 years to let go of, that I really still ain't kind of let go of, his name is Jared, y'all. What you trying to tell me? What you trying to tell me, Jenae? What you trying to tell me, girl? Okay. So we start off, she was younger, and she at home with her daddy. They playing a game. I forgot what game it was they was playing, but they played this little game, laughing and joking, and she's talking about how we have developed this idea of what love is. We see our parents interact. We see just people we know interact. We have the fairy tale romances. Disney gave us all the little fairy tale romances, the happily ever after stuff, child. All those things is what we are living up to be. This is how we develop to be the hopeless romantics that we are. We waiting on that happily ever after that they have in these fairy tale books. And she says that, as a child, she only saw her parents in an argument maybe twice. And even if they had an argument, it ended in laughter. Now, I have an issue with that. That seemingly is a good thing. That puts a good light on your parents' relationship. However, that doesn't give us any idea on how to have conflict resolution. If our parents are always happy all the time and you only see them have 2 arguments out of your whole childhood, you don't have a good idea what conflict resolution is. What you have is a good idea, a way to keep your child out of grown folks' business. That's what you have right there. But we need at some point to learn how to develop conflict resolution. I think that starts at home, especially in a 2-parent home like that. A lot of us didn't grow up in a 2-parent home. A lot of us grew up with men and or women running in and out of our parents' life or our lives, all the people that they was dating and this, that, and the third. But she had, a solid structure, and you could tell she was a daddy's girl. Now the child in the doggone in the web series, she seemed to be like young, like I thought like 7 or 8 young. But she had this little dude running up her. I could have sworn the boy name was Charlie, but that might have been Jared. I don't know. I thought he said, Charlie, get off my doggone porch. That might have been Jerry, because just the way that it played out at the end. Okay, I have to watch that back again, y'all. But, he up here throwing the little pebbles at the window. Remember what I was telling y'all? What was I talking about? Oh, that was in the Traveling Talk Tuesday video when I was talking about how the rain was the sprinklers were hitting my windows. It was like somebody in love with you throwing pebbles at your window. Well, this little boy was throwing pebbles at the window. Now, he brave. Let me tell you, little Chunk, little Jared, little Charlie, whichever one he was a brave young man. Because he had been throwing these pebbles at this window in broad daylight. And she's sitting right there next to her daddy. You're supposed to wait till she go to bed. You know, all the lights are out. You see her light on in her room. And then you like flick some little pebbles up at the window, her bedroom window. Not down in the living room where she's sitting next to her daddy playing the game. That ain't what you do, sir. Daddy got up like, oh no, this little boy didn't. And he chased him off the porch like, you better get the heck off my doggone porch. Now, mom was sitting here like little daddy. Is the daddy named Charles? Is that where the name Charles came from? Y'all let me know if Charles was there. I think he was. I think the mom was like, Charles, now you know, let that boy alone. I think that was his name. So that might have been Jared there. Anywho, the mama was like, you know, leave the little boy alone, you know. And he's like, look here, she don't need these little naughty heads running around here. She don't need these little naughty heads running around my house. She too young for all that dirt. So mom was like, look here, you're going to have to eventually teach her about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the dolphins and the stingrays. And she said the elephants and the kangaroos. She said all kind of doggone animals. And I was like, what mama know that I don't know? Because I ain't know nothing about all that. I knew about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. But the kangaroos and the dolphins and the elephants and the pigs, all these elephants mama got. But he was like, no, she don't need that. All she need to know is about her daddy. That's it. That's it. You know, and the mama like, look, she is not a porcelain doll. She's not going to break. You need to teach her. I find this dynamic interesting because usually the fathers teach their sons about the birds and the bees or about sex or whatever. And the mamas teach their daughters about about becoming a woman, you know, stepping into themselves and the birds and the bees and all this other. So I found it interesting that she was telling him as the father to teach your daughter about the birds and the bees. And what I gathered from that is you need to tell her about these little naughty heads and who was right and was wrong. But I wonder, how did he ever do that? Because as Carrie said, you know, she had this perfect idea of what she thought love was, but what she got was toxic. And then we see her and Bryce in the car, listen to some music. She, you know, I don't know what she was eating. She was biting off something, I thought it was, right? And they were just talking, chit-chatting back and forth. And she picked up this tangerine, and she was about to eat this little, you know, eat her little tangerine. And he said, woman. He looked at her. You see his eyes cut over to her. I was like, oh, he one of them kind, right? He kind of controlling us. That's what he is. And so she was like, yeah, I know, not in my car. He was like, yeah, you already know. So I understand. My car junky as hell right now, y'all, child. But I used to hate for people to eat in my car. They dropping crumbs, they picking stuff out their teeth, they flicking things off their fingers and wiping their hand. I used to hate people eating my car. So I understand. It was just something in his delivery, in his tone, that made me say, okay. While they sitting there chilling and listening to this song, his phone ring. They both look at the phone. As soon as that phone rang, I said, oh, her insecurity's coming out, baby. Her insecurity's coming out. And then when she said, India? I said, nope, that ain't her insecurities. That's history. That's history that showed up right there. There was some history with India. And she went to go reach for the phone, and he went to go snatch the phone out of her hand, and it became like a little tussle with the phone. And she was like, really? Really? Next thing we see, homegirl done got off the car, started walking down the street in the middle of the doggone night. How many of us have done that? I know I have. I have got out the car and walked the fuck away, right? And then usually the dude in the car like, girl, get back in the car. Get back in the car. Bryce did that for a second. Did he do it for a second? Yeah, because he told her that she was overreacting, this, that, and the other. So she's like, no, go call that bitch. That's who you want to talk to. Go call her, right? So he said, I did, fuck you. And he sped off. I don't remember him saying the words fuck you, but that's what I felt in my soul. He sped off, right? Down the street. Stopped. Okay. Most times you see this scene play out, you thinking he stopped, she gonna run to the car, they gonna have a conversation, and she gonna go ahead and get in. Nah. He took her shit and threw it out the window onto the street, child. I was like, oh, wait. That'd have been it for me. Soul tie broke. There would be no more connection with that motherfucker. That's what I was saying when I was watching this. But then I had to think back. Think back to 2002. Me and my friends, we was all on this little poetry tour, rolling down to Atlanta, right? And the guy had just like hooked up with. We had been seeing each other for like 6-7 months, something like that. But he was supposed to be my man at this particular time, right? We going down to Atlanta, and the mother of his daughter, one of his daughters, lived down there, right? And he asked, was it okay if he saw his daughter, which was fine with me. You know, he let me know what's going on, right? So he goes to this house to go see her. I wasn't allowed to go up. Understandable. We just started seeing each other. He ain't seen his daughter, I don't know how long, why he introduces me. Understandable, right? So we down there in the car waiting, but I'm looking. And to me, it looked like he kissed the baby mama. Right? And that's what it looked like to me. So we get down there, and when he come back to the car, he decides he wants to kiss me. I did so, but why I taste Kool-Aid on his lips, child? Why I taste Kool-Aid? He didn't go in the house. He didn't drink no Kool-Aid on the porch. She had to be drinks with Kool-Aid, and it transferred to his lips. Like, why am I tasting her Kool-Aid? You know what I'm saying? That's how I was feeling. Y'all know what just happened with Shakira right here. She was gone out. Her and her dude was at the house, or her dude was at the house. She came back off or whatever she was doing, and she realized all her strawberry jam had been eaten. Now, he don't like strawberry jam. The servants in the house, the kids, they don't like strawberry jam. But all her strawberry jam had been eaten. That's how she know that dude had been cheating on her. That's how I knew that dude had kissed that girl, because I had Kool-Aid tasting on my lips, and I wasn't drinking none, and neither was he. Okay. Anywho, so when I said that I would have left that motherfucker gone when he threw my shit out the car, that's a lie, because I kept messing with that dude for like another year and a half after that situation. And what happened, we was driving down the streets of highways for Atlanta, and I was like, throw his shit out the window, throw everything out the motherfucking window. That's how I was doing it too. But yeah. Oh, he was a soul tie. He was a soul tie. That's the one that's in jail, y'all. They keep calling me. Anywho, a year and a half or two later, she has Carrie I think she's an actress, because she said she's gonna be the next Black Meryl Streep or whatever, and she got a little showcase coming up. So her friends got her together, and she giving her friend Shawna's giving her a chakra reading. You know, she's clearing her energy. You know, she smudging the air. She giving us some hematite, you know, to help cleanse her energy. And she thinking this is all about her showcase, but what really is going on is Bryce is back in town. Okay, Bridget had to let her know he back in town. He's back for good now, right? So Shawna decided to do all this energy clearing before they told her, so she wouldn't be falling back into this dude trap. Now apparently Bryce already been calling her. He been calling her for the last 2 weeks. Now she ain't answered. She said she ain't talked to him in about a year or two. So why he calling? Now Shawna's like me. If you really done with him, you will block him. You will block him. Now, I don't know. I feel some kind of way about that though, because I feel like if you need to block somebody, then that's when you're not done. That's when you're not done. When you don't give a fuck about finding their phone number in your phone and erasing it and deleting it and blocking it, that's when you don't give a fuck about somebody. That's when you're done. Like, whatever. Like when you see their name pop up on your phone and you ain't got no type of feelings. Your stomach ain't flipping like that. You ain't swallow hard like that. That's when you know you're done with them. Simply blocking somebody ain't really being done with them. However, it does help stop their access to you, or slow down their access. Bryce did something that my Jared did. I blocked him, deleted his number, everything like everybody said. That motherfucker sent me an email. Same thing Bryce did to her. Now, she decided to go ahead and block him the same way that Shawna said to do. She blocked him like her girl would. So Shawna said, you know what? Now it's time for us to get you a man. Okay, she got a man, Bridget got a man. Now we need to get my homegirl a man. Okay, so Operation Get a Man is in full effect. So they're gonna take her out. Now, I do appreciate that when they took her out, it wasn't to a club, it wasn't to a bar. They took her to a doctorate orientation program. They're trying to find her some man that look like he got something to do with it. He planning to do something with his life, moving forward with his life, got a little bit of education, something, some potential. We don't want to fall in love with their potential though, but I like that. I liked the fact that they didn't go to the regular old rigmarole place to try to go pick up a man. They went to somewhere else where we got somebody that's doing some shit about themselves. You know what I'm saying? I like that, girls. Go ahead on. My friends would have had me at the fucking club. That's what they would have did. You know what I'm saying? Or at some type of party or function trying to get. Good job, ladies. Y'all did a horrible job at picking the men, though. Bridget came back with the dude. She had made up this. He was a neuroscience and some shit like that. Some little white boy. This all he did was work the snack counter, child. And then the one that Shawna found for him was like, hey, can I use your phone? My dad, right? So she's like, okay, sure. So she gave him the phone. And he said, works every time. It put the phone number in there. Now, I know people used to give me your phone and they put the phone over there. Now you got to be more careful. Don't have Cash App on this shit. You get somebody your phone, they act like they finna put their phone number there. They will Cash App they add some money from your account. Be careful, ladies. Be careful, fellas. It's going on. I'm telling you, that's why I don't do Cash App. But so yeah, she like, no, that's not what finna happen. Bruh, sister. He said, shh. He ran his finger down across her lips. Like I'm gonna save a seat for you in there, boy. Dead ass, I was crying like a mug. I was crying laughing at this. Ooh, because we met him. I met that dude before, child. The one that just think he just got it and gone with it. So, while they are going inside trying to find different men from her, or when they was inside trying to find different men from her, she outside Instagram stalking Bryce, King Bryce. Out there stalking him, looking at all his pictures and this, that, and the other. And then that's when she get that email for him like, you blocked me? Really? Call me. I want to see you, girl, or something like that. I don't remember what the email said, but it was along them lines. That's what it was saying. And then now she can't stop thinking about him. You know what I'm saying? She look up, she see him off in the distance. He said, hey, baby girl, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just that smooth little voice. You know, look up and see that nice, tall, chocolate frame. He wasn't there. It was all in her mind. It's all in my mind. It's all in her doggone mind, child. So luckily, he wasn't there. Well, after they had brought out the two dudes for her to meet, which was a total fiasco, another dude walks up behind her like, excuse me, can I... I'm saying, I forgot what he was about to ask her. She turned around and said, oh my God, Jerry. And he said, Carrie. So she called him Jerry. His name was Jared. And they called her Reed because her name is Carrie. What have you. And then they talked about old times. He was a little chunk back in the day. So I'm thinking he was a little boy that was at the beginning. This is cute. He says, apologized about her father's death. So we know that her father's no longer with her. And it had to be hard for her because, like I said, she was a daddy's girl. And he's in the doctorate program, right? So the ladies were about to come up, you know, try to drag her back in there to make her socialize and find her a doggone man up in this place. Because she promised them she was going to get at least one phone number before the end of the night. And, you know, they chit-chatted back and forth. She said, look, do me this solid, right? Just do me this favor, okay? Play along. And so she pretended as if she was getting his number. And, you know, they exchanged information, whatever. And she was like, thank you. Nice to meet you. He was like, nice to meet you too, Carrie. You know what I'm saying? And so they thought she got her a phone number, a legitimate phone number for the night. So he was leaving her alone, which is what they promised her. We noticed, though, earlier in the evening, I'll come back to that. So at the end, she's at home and she's laying in the bed and she's thinking. And then she sends a message that says, can you come over? Or can I come over there? One of the two, I don't remember which one it was. Either way it was, she was finna hook up. Now, I know for a fact it wasn't Jared. That text message was not to Jared. That text message was to Bryce. I bet you any money that she still know that dude's number. She probably was hitting him up on IG, DMing him, something like that, right? Child, she finna have a booty call of sorts. She finna open Pandora's box and let Bryce back in, and all them feelings and emotions gonna flood back out. Now it's a problem. Her girlfriends already told her they had to peel her ass up off the bed, off the floor. The last time that dude broke her heart when he threw her shit in the ground and left her standing in the middle of the street. They already told her this, right? So yeah, she just opened up a can of worms is what she did, because I know she did not send it to Jerry. She ain't even looking at Jerry in that light. Little chunk. She ain't looking at him like that. Now, I said I was going to go back for a minute to the other two ladies and I talk about their men that we have not met yet, but I got a kind of idea of who they are. Let's talk about Shawna's guy, Carlos. He's never home. So Shawna is more like the free-spirited friend, but Carlos is never home. So I'm already wondering, why is Carlos never home? Because Shawna's still out here living like she ain't really got a man on lockdown for real. She got a man, but are we ever going to see him? That's going to be interesting to see. And why he ain't never around? Is he with somebody else? She got with somebody's potential, somebody who ain't got time for her. That's gonna be a problem, I think. The fact that he ain't never around, because it's gonna make Shawna a busybody. She gonna always be in their business because her man ain't never around. Then we have Bridget. Like I said, I can't remember what her dude's name was, but Bridget getting abused. While they were sitting out there talking, Carrie had asked her what time it was, and we saw her wrist was all red, and you could tell somebody snatched her up, and she tried to pull them sleeves down to make sure that nobody else noticed. I noticed, girl. I noticed, and I must be checking on you, Bridget. I am, because who is this dude, and why he putting his hands on you? We got a problem already. I really enjoyed this episode. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm going to do this week by week. There are 7 episodes. I think I said 8 during my intro video. There are 7 episodes. And we do have word that there is going to be a season 2 to this. I am really looking forward to it. I was looking down in the comment section of the original video, and people were comparing this to Issa Rae's style of writing. Issa Rae is good. I don't agree. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I just think that she has her own lane with this here. And I really am enjoying it. I really am enjoying it already. All right, y'all let me know what y'all thought down in the comments section. If you haven't watched it, I have put the link in the description section. Again, it's also the very first episode is on the community tab. Again, also you can just run right over to the channel, which is Homestretch TV, and watch it over there. All right, see y'all in the next video. Peace.